We are going to look at Goblin Town. Goblins, something that doesn't look like anybody else's collection. Only came out, it came out 4 days ago, and wowzers. It has done sort of gangbusters. Their website is hysterical. Here's a little goblin that keeps running down right at the get-go, and then they say, okay, enter. The cell phone is basically saying their little words are, which is not much. Like, they have their own language. And if we click on their contract, it says Goblin Town. Isn't that fun? Everything about this is completely different from anything that you've seen before. What are current collectors saying? Here's a collector named Zeneca.eth, so it's at Zeneca_33. A huge collector. Turns out he is one of my teachers. I took a course from him on NFT projects, an excellent course by Zeneca at Zen Academy. And for transparency, I bought like 60-ish a few days ago. I've periodically been selling, still have 31 none listed at the moment, but probably will sell some more soon. This is madness. So he was on a call at the time. I had a chance to look. It minted out, so I swept. Appealed to me because of the meme. So this is one of the things that's really, really fun about this new collection, Goblin Town, but also for you to think about for your own collection. Is it memeable? That's the word I'm going to use. Is it memeable? Are you able to make fun of it? And if so, make fun of it. Put your own memes out. Get people to start making memes of your NFTs. That's what goes viral. Because of the meme, good website, free mint, CC0. Wow, what does that mean? I'm going to get into that shortly. No roadmap, well done art. And those were his answers as to why he was interested in doing a sweep of so many. Who else talked about it? Mark at Fintwit Peak said, love seeing Goblin Town with zero expectations, free mint destroying every other project in the marketplace. Rampant pumping, ain't gonna cut it anymore. Do something different. And DigiDreamer says, goblins flipping the entire space on its head, have a feeling they're here to stay. People are talking about this. John Carlo, who has a ton of followers just on Twitter, just went through 100 upcoming NFTs. Not looking great. Problem is the lazy 10,000 airdrop meta, which is what basically everybody's doing, has likely fizzled out for good. Many of these new drops are stuck in that old-fashioned format, is what he's saying, because they began development months ago, meaning that it's really hard to do something super new and current when you've already gotten yourself on track, maybe already created a $50,000 smart contract and you don't want to change it up. It'll take a few surprise flops for builders, which is us creators, to react. What are the pundits saying, like Dap Radar, NFT Culture, people on Medium? What are they saying? They're saying this: to the moon without whitelist collaborations or a Discord. Irreverent NFT collection Goblin Town came from nowhere, commands a floor price of just over 0.5 ETH. Guys, it's not the floor price anymore. It's done this without hype, a roadmap, or a huge following, and the NFTs were distributed for free. With seemingly very little effort put into the launch, anything more than complete failure is a success. But with nothing to lose, Goblin Town has everything to gain. This is where you start thinking, should I do a free mint? Because what do you have to lose? You're starting at the very bottom. Built on the Ethereum blockchain, 10,000 NFTs, generative collection, launched on May 22nd. Twitter profile for the project only set up this month. So they have not been out there blasting everybody with, this is who we are, this is what we're gonna do, this is when it's gonna happen. They've only been around for a month. Team behind the collection made a point of not revealing itself, not doxing itself. So many people say you want to have a doxed team because you do wanna know, who are they? Who are the people behind this collection? Are they really serious about it? But look at Goblin Town. What did they do? Flipped on the opposite of what everybody else is doing. If there's no roadmap with details. Finally, Goblin Town developers stated explicitly no utility. I have been talking so much to you guys about, I'm gonna go to us, about utility for your NFTs. What makes them valuable beyond the fact that they're a collectible piece of art? Well, Goblin Town just said, we don't care. We don't care if there's utility. We are just saying there ain't no utility.
But they weren't anything before that, right?
No.
So that just says that anybody who wants to make NFTs, it gives you hope to not even worry about, possibly not even worrying about doing any
utility. at the get-go.
Advertising.
But that doesn't mean that you can't add utility down the road.
Right.
And even though they have no road map today, doesn't mean that they won't have a road map in a month from now when they've...
Why are we not doing this?
Why isn't everybody doing
Why are we
this?
not doing this? Wait,
Guys.
microphone, why are we not
Guys.
doing this?
Do this, do this, do this, do
Oh.
this. Okay, guys, do this. This is not a project like anything we've seen before. This is not a project like Bored Ape. This is not a project like CryptoPunks. This is not a project like Azuki. This is not a project like anything we've seen before. And I want you to keep that in mind. That's the key. That is the key. One of the keys to why this is doing so well. Imagine working on an NFT project for months, setting up collabs with the biggest projects, alpha groups, getting 200,000 followers, engagement farming, whitelist spot giveaways, then after mint, everyone bricks the floor under mint price. Goblin Town, free mint, no collabs, no whitelist, no Discord, crushing it. One thing we do know about Goblin Town is it wasn't built by goblins. Well, we do not know that it wasn't built by goblins. The scant messaging states as much on their website, but aside from this small nugget of non-information, all we know is that they are irreverent and they've spotted a gap. And this is what I want you to focus on. Spot the gap. What is the gap? When I say the gap in the marketplace, what are people doing? What is everybody copying? What is happening out there right now? What is not happening? What are you not seeing? For example, are you seeing collections about health and fitness?
There must be.
I haven't seen any. It doesn't mean that there aren't, but I have not seen any. What are all of the top things that people do? What are you not seeing? There are tons and tons and tons of opportunities here, guys. You just have to think about it yourself. It's a generative project.
It wasn't a one of one.
No, none of it is one of one. And when you look at the little goblins, look at the diversity and fabulousness of this collection. They've come up with an effective way of standing out in an industry whose users claim to appreciate solid smart contracts, clear roadmaps, a team that communicates clearly, and valuable utilities, which we've been talking about. What we're seeing, however, is that people crave novelty, irreverent, a gap, and novelty. They want to associate themselves with a brand new NFT concept, because this in turn will make the holder of the NFT stand out. Looking at the website, obviously creative despite the seeming lack of care, a lot of thought clearly has gone into it. The anonymous team behind the project, however, hasn't spent its time building up a loyal fan base and a strong community, which didn't matter because now they have a huge fan base and a strong community within 4 days. In a way, Goblin Town is the anti-NFT project. I love that so much. The anti-NFT project. It's so smart to say that. It's the punk rock of Web3. It's a quick success. It's a testament to originality. I love that as well. Be original. Think outside of whatever is happening right now. If this popularity continues, expect a slew of copycat projects, of course, meaning that, they're just going to ride the coattails and make as much money as they can, creating goblins, little Goblin Town looking things. Rumors that some of the top studios in this space behind Bored Ape Yacht Club may be involved in this. The reason why is because the artwork is so fabulous. The way that it launched is so fabulous. Everything about it is very sophisticated. Even though it has a smart contract that's minimal, the smart contract is awesome. Obviously, a lot of thought and care went into it. And here's the other thing. They also came up with a Creative Commons 0 license, which makes all of the images in the collection accessible and usable by any and all for free. You can make this a commercial product for yourself. And what are you doing by doing that? You are promoting the artwork, you're promoting the collection, and yet you are building around your own business a community of people who want to elevate and uplift you and buy your merchandise. That is what's great about the Creative Commons 0 license. Blah, blah, recommend collectors. Look for a value in this market. Look for these types of projects that have low or zero mint cost, where not mint cost, but mint cost, and the ability for teams to actually deliver a unique idea instead of being burdened with the perceived utility that many, I think, NFTs come with in this day and age. I don't think it means to be meant. And that is the other thing that is so important for you to think about. If you've been listening to what everyone is saying, including me, that utility has become really, really important in the space because people are looking for, what am I getting out of this besides just a piece of art and a collectible? Is there utility? Is there something useful with this? You can always add it later. You don't have to say, oh my gosh, I can't mint now because I don't have a roadmap and I'm not sure what I'm doing and I don't have this and I don't have that, blah, 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 stopping you from getting yourself out there. Forget about it. Forget about it, okay? As the Sopranos would say, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Just go ahead and do it, okay? So just go ahead and do it because it can work. It can work phenomenally well. Thinking about following this free mint idea where you start off with, let's give it away. People just pay the gas fees. Let's get the collection out there and get the FOMO happening, fear of missing out happening, and you know, just get that buzz going. And then in the secondary market, this is where you start to make all your money. And when people start to create CC0, Creative Commons Zero licensing, this is where you're going to have the opportunity, instead of copywriting your art and saying, you know, no, you can't use it, let people use it, give it away for free. Okay, so on Medium, published in Coin Monks, why is Goblin Town so popular? Showing the ugly. And here's another thing. So many of the NFTs coming out are beautiful. So many of them, like Flower Girls, World of Women, Boss Babes. These are beautiful women. Many, many of them have beauty as a huge part of it. Or fun. Fun is a great big thing. Or the comic book style where you're used to something that sort of a dreamy quality to it, but ugly. We're not used to seeing ugly. The ugly side of NFTs. Goblin Town is the new ugly, disgusting, silly self-portrait of the NFT market and the hottest new collection. And I don't think it's disgusting. I think they're absolutely hysterical. So what are these ugly, icky goblins? Why is everyone gurgling over these goblins? Well, they aren't cute, they aren't clean, cool, or cuddly. They're goblins. But we're all going down to Goblin Town, aren't we? Because Goblin Town spits its lack of usefulness in the face of investors. And this is the thing. They are doing the anti-NFT. They are doing the antithesis of what everybody else is doing. So think outside of the box. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, we are trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe. If you like this video, you know I love those likes. So please like this video. That would be fantastic. Thank you guys so much for being here. We appreciate you. We love that you're here, and we'll see you in the next video.
Toodles.
Ciao, guys.